Welcome to another episode of the Skate Non-Council meeting. I am your host, William, and I am joined by SYPHRUS,
Hello.
Luke,
Hello.
and SORABLE, of course.
Howdy, partner.
So, first of all, how are you guys doing?
I'm doing
I just want to say, Luke just copied me, bro. Come on, I already said hello.
I
I said hello,
was
bro.
gonna
You can't
say
take my-
hello. Listen. You said hello. I said hello. I thought Sorable was gonna be like hello as well. Okay, I thought it was gonna be a triple hello there.
Yeah, the
But we
quartet.
didn't do it. Yeah, but we didn't do it.
I'm very sorry. I lost the bit.
It's all good. All
Hello.
Oh, hello.
There's drama in the council right now.
good.
Non-council council.
Yeah, the non-council. Sorry. Yeah, today we're back to talk about the new Boardroom. This is episode 4 of the Boardroom, Skate Boardroom, where they sit down and basically talk about the new game. I kind of want to do what we did last time, and let's just talk about how we feel about the Boardroom first. So, who wants to go first?
I vouch for Cyphers to go first.
Likewise.
Again?
Likewise.
Yeah, again.
Again, bro? Come on, let's mix it up. Luke, come on. I know you got a lot of stuff to say.
Sorable goes first.
Luke
You see?
talked first, which
Nah.
He'd like. Okay, I'll go.
Okay, fine. All right, in my opinion, this boardroom was one of the better boardrooms out of the 4, in my personal opinion. I will explain later, when we get more in detail on what they said. So, I thought it was a W boardroom, in my opinion. So, yeah.
I thought it was really exciting. Pretty much what Luke said. We'll get into it later, but it just kind of really like put into put into thought how exciting and new and innovative this game's really going to be compared to the last 3 installments.
So yeah, if you're a nerd, you would love this episode. That's practically it.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I thought it was really cool. I like seeing all the behind the scenes stuff and them really going into detail about how this stuff is made. I don't know. I was very interested in seeing all that technical stuff, so I thought it was good.
Agreed.
Cyphers, no thoughts?
I just said
Any
if
thoughts,
you were a
Simon? Any
nerd.
thoughts?
Was that
Oh,
my
that's your
comment?
thoughts.
Was my comment not it? Did I have to
I
reiterate?
mean, all right, okay. I didn't know that was the final statement.
Yeah, if you're a nerd, bro, you'd really love this behind the scenes stuff.
Okay, so like last time, they wrote up this long article basically detailing everything that they went through in the boardroom. So yeah, I'm just gonna read through it point by point, and we're gonna give our thoughts about it. So I'm going to start from the beginning. It says, we're back in the boardroom, as you'll see in episode 4 of the boardroom. This time we're coming to you in an entirely new location. Since we're taking all things on board and skating mechanics, since we're talking all things on board and skating mechanics, we thought it was only fitting if we brought this episode to you straight from the Capture Lab in Vancouver, which was really cool. That's basically where they do all the motion capture for Skate and I guess other EA games. Says in this episode, we're pulling back the curtain and letting you in on the process of capturing new tricks, how we're integrating tricks into our playtesting, as well as sharing our excitement about all the new features, animations, and tricks we're working on for Skate. So yeah, that was the whole rundown of the episode, basically.
Hell yeah.
So let's get into the details. Here are a few of the highlights from episode 4. We're still building a skate game. We still have that DNA, and we're building in new mechanics for Skate to represent the freedom of self-expression and options inherent in modern skateboarding. So yeah, that's good. I guess not much to say about that one.
Hell yeah.
So they kind of went through a bunch of stuff they're working on, and they said new mechanics means new tricks. Here's some of the new tricks we're currently working on: wallies, slappies, boned ollies, varial speed flip tricks, and held flip tricks. Do you guys have any comments on that stuff?
Boned ollies, are secretly already in the game in Skate 3, but I guess now they're making it an actual feature where you can do it anytime you want.
Isn't
It's
it like
like a
a
real
weird
thing.
style thing after you do a certain trick?
You gotta be a certain style, certain posture, certain trick in order to do a boned ollie.
Yeah. That's going off of that. That's pretty much what I'm really excited for about all of these things, because even though Skate is one of the more realistic, I guess you could call it, skateboarding games, it like is so limiting in certain things like held flip tricks, which just makes sense in physics. You're just telling me I can't do more than one 360 flip, and also like the speed flips and obviously all the other things you said. One thing I thought that was really neat is slappies, because I don't know about y'all, but I be running into curbs sometimes.
Yeah, I love slappies. I think
Slappies
those
is
are a
pretty
great
cool.
addition.
That is pretty sick.
Yeah,
Unlike
I
Skate
wonder
3
how
where you
like
just fucking die anytime you hit like a fucking ramp or a ledge.
yeah. I do wonder how reliable they are though, because I feel like that's gonna definitely. I don't know. They got to be ironing out the bugs, but
That
I
is
feel
true.
like
Yeah, I seen one of the clips like that they showed on the in the boardroom, like on the video. Someone was going like really fast, and they kind of just like glued onto it. I hope it's a bit more like like not like so unrealistic to the fact where you could be going at like light speed and you ram right into a ledge, but you just like glue onto it and start grinding. I hope it's not like that. I hope you still like bail, and it's not just like I don't know how to explain. I hope it's not
You need a
like
threshold.
ultra. Yeah, you need like a threshold. Yeah.
They said it
You,
was an optional feature, right? Or am I crazy?
They
I
were.
think it
I
is.
think.
I think
Okay, I'm
so.
not sure if that's actually in the game or not. I think that's what they were talking about. How they're testing it. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah,
You know
yeah,
how
yeah.
like to see if this actually works. So they disable a feature in order to progress their evolving of the game.
Fair enough.
I'm not
Yeah,
sure if we
it
can actually do that ourselves.
be neat if we could. It did kind of seem like some Tony Hawk-esque grinds with it just connecting, kind of like what Gluke said. So I do hope it somehow, some way is like I don't even know how to call skate, but like a skillful mechanic to where it's not just done for you when you run into a curb.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Do you guys know what held flip tricks? Like, does that just mean multiple flips in one? Is that just what
Yeah,
they're
it's like you
talking
can
about?
do more
Oh, okay.
than one. Like
Like
how
a
we can do
720 flip.
like how we
You can
can
do
do
more than
like
like
double kick flips
four
in game,
now.
but we can't like double tray.
Yeah.
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 But now you can spin every trick as long as you want it, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like.
Yeah,
That's good.
that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I also like find it cool. I mean, it's not nothing crazy or not, but they called it like how they did in Skate 3, how it's called like a 360 flip. I don't know like the actual term. Is it like called like a tray flip or do they
Okay,
call it a
no.
360 flip?
So
'Cause I don't really.
it's old heads that are still like lead designers of it, because when they were up and coming skaters, it was called a 360 flip. I learned this
Mm,
from a little tidbit from the Nine
mm.
Club where they had Jason Lee, Mr. Coach Frank on. He was like, "Yeah, it's always been a 360 flip," and I
Yeah,
guess now
he
the
went on a
new
whole rant about it.
yeah, and so now the new term is a tray flip, but because they're old heads making the game, they're going to keep it with a 360 flip.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
But
Gotcha.
I think 360 flip is more like the technical term, and then tray flip is just like what people just call it.
Right. I
It's
mean,
easier to say,
if
I
you
guess.
say it to someone who grew up skating in the '90s, a 360 flip, they're like, yeah. A person now will be like, what? Like, why are you calling it a 360 flip? It's a tray flip. Like, they'll get offended.
I feel
I've
like
also
I
heard a
call
lot
it
of people call it three flip.
Yeah.
So
that too, yeah. I feel like I call it 360 flip like in all instances, but that might just be because I played Skate 3 my entire
Oh, I
life.
did too. I didn't
Yeah.
know that it was people took offense to calling it a 360 flip.
That's so weird.
Yeah. People take offense to anything nowadays. So.
yeah, that's true. Let's keep going. It says we want to make sure that players have an ever-expanding toolbox of choices so they have creative freedom within San Amsterdam. I do love that they keep saying that. The
Yeah.
creative freedom stuff, I think, is very important to
Agreed.
skate. So I'm glad
Agreed.
they're
Agreed.
sticking with that. All right, let's keep going. At this early stage, we're prioritizing the riskier systems first, things that none of the previous skate games have had, and making sure we get those right, which is good. They're adding new stuff
Hmm.
instead of just making the same game.
Yeah.
It's important to us that while we invest and prioritize the onboard mechanics, we maintain a level of balance at both ends of the skill spectrum for both our advanced players as well as new players. We want these gameplay mechanics to give players the ability to perform realistic skateboarding while still maintaining the chaos, fun, and physics for which skate is known.
You hear that, Luke?
I hear that, bro. I
Yep.
hear that.
Oh,
Do you hear that, Sai?
It's
I don't know. Maybe you say it again.
Oh yeah, I hear that,
it's so
bro.
funny that when they were saying this stuff in the boardroom, I actually specifically thought of Luke, and I was
Not
like,
of me.
there you
Aww.
go.
That's so sweet.
They're talking to Luke right there. Yeah, so they're basically trying to keep that balance
Yeah,
and
I
keep
love
everyone
that.
happy.
I
I
think
love
that's
that.
super important, honestly.
Yeah, I'm so glad they're not like anti fucking they want to I'm glad they're not like they know there's like an unrealistic side of the game that a lot of people enjoy, and I'm glad that they're trying to like, make it for both people like how Skate 3 is, because with Skate 3 you can play it realistically or unrealistically if you want. So I love that they're trying to like, do the same with this game instead of just trying to make it as realistic as possible where you literally just, can't really do any like of the crazy shit, that you can in Skate
Yeah.
3. I love that. I love that. I think that's massive.
I do
Do you think
think
that's them? Oh, go ahead,
no,
Cypress.
I do think for the realistic players, they're definitely going to be talking about the dual stick system, like how they would probably want to implement that to make it even further realistic.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if
Do you
they'll
really
ever
think
do
they're gonna
that
bring
or
that
it
in?
will work for Skate. You know what I mean?
I feel like I don't
Yeah.
know. I feel like they definitely could add like a multi like control system, I guess. Like have where you can do like the skate controls, like from the classic games like Skate 3, 2, and 1, and maybe switch it to like, have a more like dual stick like they do for Skater XL, to give them a bit more of a realistic feel. You know what I mean? I think that'd be something that they could definitely do.
One thing I
Yeah.
think's really neat is it seems as if they're really, like you guys said, are going for the balance. And I honestly think, I obviously haven't played the game, but it seems like maybe just with the skate controls, with these tweaks they're making, with the style and how tricks are done, you might just be able to like actually make the game look very realistic with how skates played with one stick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Re-
definitely.
Yeah.
really seems
Well,
like
with
they're
a
trying
lot
to
of the
balance it
clips they
all.
show off, they looks
It
realistic.
looks
Like there's a
so
lot of
good.
good realistic clips. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, it would be interesting to see if they do bring in dual sticks. I feel like they would have talked about it by now, but
True.
I don't
I
Maybe
feel
know.
like
it's a
that's a
work in
late
progress.
that's a
Who
late
knows?
implementation, if anything, because they want to get down their native controls first before moving on to another control scheme.
Oh,
Makes
so
sense.
you think that could be like a post-launch thing?
That not a post-launch thing, but more towards the end of it,
Okay,
because the whole
I
game is
got
still
you.
not the core game is not made yet.
Yeah, that's true. That would be crazy if they did that. But um, it says we're constantly getting inspired from skate videos that we're watching and trying to figure out how we could get some of the tricks into the game. For example, how players can handle the environment around them. Looking through the lens of how do we take it from your decks hitting something and turning it into a trick and solving the problem, such as utilizing slappies when approaching a curve instead of bumping into it over and over. So, yeah, they were kind of talking about like instead of bailing, like you could
So
do
we're
tricks, I
Bob
guess.
Rossing it. We're turning happy accidents into tricks.
Yeah,
True.
exactly.
This was
They should
a
have just said that.
This was the specific part of the boardroom where they started talking. I don't know if you guys noticed a lot. They started talking a lot about new players, but they also did mention making the game for experienced players as well. So it's honestly a really interesting thought because when you think of like the average skate 1 or 2 player or 3 even, they're not skating realistically. They're holding down their double kicks off the diving board, and they're doing Christ stairs every chance that they get. So.
Double grabbing,
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh-huh. So honestly, I that just the whole I think the fact that they're trying to cater to new players is good, but I really think they're also really trying to cater to the people like us who have been playing the game for so long. It's a
Okay,
really neat experience.
so like for the wallies and slappies, it's more like a safety thing for the newer players, so they just don't fail. But then for us experienced players, it's for something we can tinker around with. Be like, okay, how do we make this look cooler?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Like another tool.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, because they were kind of talking about like if you skate into a curb and you just fall over and over or something, or into a ledge and you're just falling, it could be like not as motivating. But if you go to a ledge and you wally it instead of just falling over it or something, or like clipping the ledge, then it could be like, I don't know, cool for new players, I guess is what they were getting at.
I just come to a memory of when I first started playing skate. Skate 1, didn't really pay attention to the controls. All I knew was that right stick did everything, right? And it came to the challenge where you had to do this little gap at the art gallery, and I couldn't get enough air to get on top of the first ledge. And I was like, why am I not doing it? And then I eventually figured out like a day later that I had to hold it down to get higher height. But
Oh, wow.
just thinking that if I had the Wally ability at that time of trying to get onto this ledge, I probably would have. It would take me more longer to figure out that I had to hold my stick down to get a higher height. That just having that assist can make a beginner's experience just better.
Oh yeah,
True,
I can think
true.
of tons of Skate 3 challenges even that have such a high ledge. Like the one kind of mid downtown, it's like a marble planter. I think complied onto it in your speedrun video, but that thing I could never ollie onto that thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that like wallies for that or honestly anything would just be really cool. And I think it's gonna be sick stylistically.
Yeah, definitely. And I like the clip they showed of the dude doing a wally and going like 15 feet in the air.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was their work in
great.
progress.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, I see that, and I'm like, oh, that's some Skate 3 physics.
That's what I was thinking because they're like talking about trying to fix that. I'm like, if the community gets their hands on that, they're gonna be going.
They're gonna
crazy.
break it even more.
So we like do that at like the start of the ditch, we like one push and then we like ollie and like hit like the rail in a certain way and it pops us up, so we can like that'd be kind of weird.
I'm wondering if these are like exploitable, like even for points, right? It's like, what if
Yeah.
the meta just happens to be just find the nearest ledge and just do a bunch of wallies?
Oh my
Over and over.
god.
That'd be terrible.
The new Chuflanka.
The new Chuflanka. Oh my god.
Okay, and then they start talking about wallies and slappies. They say these tricks come from real life inspiration that we see in modern skating and play a unique role in game for both experienced skate players and new fans. As we're developing these tricks, we have to decide how active versus passive the action should be. For example, automatic or contextual versus specific input and timing.
Hey.
So
Yeah, that's the beginners and like experienced stuff.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm assuming what they're saying is there's going to be an option to automatically slappy or wally. Is that what they're saying?
They're trying to see what part of the features of the game should be automatic and what should be
Okay.
contextual. So like pushing, that's an automatic thing, right? You push one
Yeah.
button, it pushes you, right? But trying to get on top of a ledge, right? If it's too high, like I was saying, you hold the stick down longer. That's a contextual thing.
Yeah.
Okay. It says once we decide on adding a new trick, we focus on the different ways you can perform that trick. For example, having the ability to power slide into a slappy and lean out. You can also roll out into a blunt slide into the curb. From there, we bring skaters into our motion capture studio to capture the content we need. Once we've got the motion capture framework, the animation team gets to work. Cool. Game development.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
They talk about leans there. I love that. Leaning out of grinds or slappies
yeah.
and stuff.
Mhm.
That's nice.
When they said leans, my immediate thought was like, wait, hold on a second. Can you lean like in Rainbow Six? Like,
That's what I thought too.
Left and
They were
right,
like, yeah,
left and right.
leans. I was like, you
Left,
mean
right,
like
left, right.
peeking the walls? What?
Like,
Okay.
can you lean, like, can you do an extra lean when turning with your board, or just leaning ability only when you're in a grind?
That's kind of what I'm thinking, but I feel like I don't know what's the difference between like leaning and turning and like standing position. You know what I mean?
I think what they're talking about. So in Skater XL, they call it bumping out of
Mhm.
grinds. I mean, you can bump out of grinds in Skate 3, I think.
You can like
right?
hold square
Kinda.
or X and it
Yeah,
like
you can
slides
press
Yeah.
A.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it goes off more towards like fall off, not into the curb or into the ledge.
Yeah.
Like they showed in
Yeah.
the game.
Yeah, so what I understand from this is like you can lean out whatever direction
which
you want to
way
go
you
out. So I'm
want,
assuming
yeah.
you just hit the stick whichever way you want to get out.
That's
of
what I
the
was
grind.
thinking when you mentioned the Skater XL bump out. That's what I was kind of thinking this was going to be like.
I mean,
Yeah.
it kind of works in Skate 3 somewhat, like if you're on a grind and you want to like swing off to the left, just fucking pull left and then trick and it swings you left.
Yeah,
If you want to
true.
go right, you hold right and then trick and then
You
it
gotta
swings you to the
flick a
right.
trick out though.
That is
Yeah,
true.
that's
That
popping
is
out.
True.
Yeah.
That is true. Fuck.
Well, that's what they're saying with the leans. You don't have to pop out
Fuck.
of the grind, basically.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The
It's a new
blunt and the
mechanic,
lean in
Luke.
look real nice.
Mm-hmm.
Respecting the legacy of the franchise is critical, and one of the cornerstones of skate is, there's a little typo there, is the giving you the freedom to skate your way. You can have a
Oh,
grounded, more realistic experience, and you can have that more over the top experience.
yay! Over the top. Woo.
I don't like
What?
that skate game mode.
Over the top.
Worst one.
Yeah, fuck over the top. That map sucks.
So they're basically getting at like comp and trick lining with these statements, right? Is that what they're?
I guess, yeah.
They
Or
haven't
like with,
dropped
like,
the words yet.
yeah.
It's more
I
of
wish
like
they would.
it's more like messing. I would say it's the equivalent of just building a big mega ramp in the parks that you get in Skate 3. Like
Yeah.
they're not gonna disable that ability if you want to go big.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna enable pretty much what Skate 3 Tommy does on like the rooftops. That's kind of what I envision when they mean like over the top. It's much
Oh,
like
yeah.
love
Yeah.
for it to be like
How they
competitive or
climb on
trick-lining.
top of the buildings.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, well, our players are glitching onto the building, so why don't we just give them the ability to just climb on top?
Mm-hmm.
Make it easier for them.
Yeah.
Do you think they ever drop the word trick lining?
Dude, if they do, a specific someone's gonna have a heart attack.
Dude, chat would
I
go
feel like-
off.
I
The
feel like-
live chat would go
I
off.
feel like they would say like I don't know if fuck I don't really know. I do know that if they do, they might like think trick lining is like competitive, when it comes to getting a lot of points. So
Mm.
maybe if they ever announce like a ranked game mode, they'll say like you go in there, you start trick lining and stuff.
Oh
I
man.
don't know. I have no idea. Personally, I don't know if they would use the term trick line. I mean, who knows? They might, but I think they'll just keep on saying like for an like a
Just
like I
crazy
don't know.
stuff. They'll just
Yeah.
reference someone. They'll probably just reference Tommy and be like, "Yeah, you can do all the Tommy goodness."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think trick lining is like a weird taboo word for a lot of skate fans, unfortunately.
Who knows? Yeah.
I
Now,
don't think people understand it.
Now, maybe when Skate 4 comes out, or Skate, should you call it? Maybe if like trick lining's in that game and it becomes a bit more like popular than it
Accepted.
was in Skate 3 or accepted as well, then they might, start using the term trick line. Who knows though? Who
That'd be
knows?
really cool though.
Who knows? All I know
Yeah.
is a lot of us trick liners and comp players are a lot of people's gonna hate us for trick spamming, but hey, fuck it,
Don't
fuck
hate
it.
the player. Don't hate the game. Boom. That's it. That's a
our
statement.
our focus is on ensuring that both ends of these player fantasies can be met through our character reactions and physics tuning. We're trying to dial in the controls so that it really feels like doing a wally.
What would
What
that
does that mean?
entail? Would that
Yeah.
acquire another button input or just the timing of an ollie?
Smoother
I think-
ollie, and ollie's just up or down up. So I don't know how you add on to that. pretty much.
Maybe
Push
so
the
you do
right
the
analog stick and
yeah.
down. Maybe.
Yeah, so you
Okay.
do the ollie and it's like, well, do you want to ride up or down? So you push it up the right stick up or
Oh,
down.
Okay.
You know? So like I would imagine you go up a ledge, you do an ollie, but then you pull the right stick down so the front wheels can look more like nose high.
Yeah. That's
And
really
then you would push it and then you'd push it up if you were doing like a fakey nollie.
That's true
Mhm.
too. I didn't even think.
Oh, I
yeah,
thought
I didn't
you
even
would
think
just
about that
ride up
either.
to a ledge and ollie.
Yeah, I thought so too, but they say they want to make it feel like an actual wally, so it could be, an extra input you have to do.
Yeah.
And then how do you differentiate like ollieing up onto a ledge compared to like wallying onto it?
I'm pretty
So
sure if they have a hit detection that tells the game like, yep, that's a wally.
I would think it's like
true.
a timing thing. Like to do a wally, you'd have to ollie closer to the ledge.
It's just
Yeah,
like wall
I'm assuming.
riding in the game, like you can't be so far outside of the wall because then the game won't
Yeah.
see that you're wall riding or not.
Through internal and external playtests, we're constantly using data and player feedback to identify and fix bugs and issues, and to find improvements that will drive consistent and fun experiences for the citizens of San Amsterdam. We go through various stages before we implement a new trick into our playtesting. First, we build a functional representative version of the trick. Then we test it internally. Next, we roll it out to our Skate Insider playtesters to get feedback on feel, functionality, and usability, which is great, using the players as feedback. I mean, I've been saying that all along. I think that's great. So,
Agreed.
Oh, one thing I thought was interesting when they were kind of talking about this in the boardroom is like wallies, like slappies were a part of their plan, and then wallies weren't. Like wallies just kind of happened to happen. So I thought that was cool. Like they didn't necessarily plan to add them into the game.
Yeah, that just means that there could be more mechanics in the game they haven't thought of right now, but will eventually be like, that sounds good, and then add it later.
Yeah. That do you guys think that they'll add like tricks and stuff later on after the game is released? Do you think that would be a thing?
I could see it. I think it would be a little odd to like maybe 6 months into the game randomly get a hospital flip. You know what I mean? But like, I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't. I could see it. I just think it'd be weird if anything. Maybe if the community rallies together or something, though, it would make sense to do that.
I would assume that they would do playtests even after the game's launched. Like they'll send it to like a select group of people to test it out and be like, "Yeah, this seems great," and then they ship it to everybody.
Yeah, that's a.
Because I was thinking, since it's a live service game, if they were to add tricks later on, I mean, they could ship the game without certain tricks and be like, "Hey, these tricks are still coming," which I don't know might make people mad, but
it'd have to depend on what tricks they were.
Like, they were like something.
Well, it wouldn't be like a kickflip, but
like a no
right. Like if I had to draw a hieroglyphic on my right stick, I'd be understandable it wasn't in the game, day one.
Or like if they were like, yeah, one day we want to add Nada spins, but it's super hard to make, so like give us time. Like I would get that.
Yeah, I would get environmental tricks be different, like
something like that I could see coming later.
Yeah, because I feel like it'd be so hard adding like so many newer tricks because it's like there's not enough like let's say you have like so many like new tricks from like Skate 3, you add a couple more, like you're gonna run out of like what you can do on your right stick, you know what I mean? And it'd just be too like complicated.
So the only way double stick people come out of the woodworks like people.
Yeah, that's when I feel like they'll be able to probably add a lot more is with like a new controls, but the old controls is superior in my opinion, because I'm so used to it, but it'll definitely be like interesting.
It's very limiting in what else you could do. Like think of any other skate trick that isn't what we have in Skate 3 and think about how you would do it.
Because think of like a varial kickflip and then like the tray flip, like the gap between those two is like very minimal, but adding like another trick like in the middle of both of those where you gotta like you have to have like perfect like inputs for it to actually work.
Well, Skate 3 did implement underflips, and just looking at the direction of it just already looks crazy, so they could go somewhere with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, down, up, down. That is true.
That's one thing we haven't seen yet.
You do
underflips.
You do like a tray flip, and then you like fucking flick it back, and it does some fucking weird shit.
Mm-hmm.
That would be insane.
Tray flip underflip.
Tray flip underflips.
That'd be sick.
Tray flip underflip.
You do like
that would be ridiculous.
You can do like an impossible by like holding your like right stick down and flicking it up and going back down. And you do like an impossible or some shit.
I was thinking about pressure flips because that's like in session. And I was like, well, in session, all you do is just click in the stick. So that's already a whole new level of like tricks right there. You've already ×2 the bag of tricks just like clicking in the stick.
That is very true.
That is true. What the fuck?
That could open up a whole different mode of tricks. That's a really good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Or what they could do is make a controller that has 3 sticks on it.
Oh my god!
Time to break out the 2007. Well, this is what consoles look like in 10 years.
Xbox 720.
Yeah, Xbox 720.
The new Skate 3 controller looks like an N64 controller,
but with 3 more sticks.
Gathering playtesting feedback is instrumental in helping us develop Skate. Having eyes on it so early and interacting in ways that we didn't even think of allows us to help prioritize where we should go next. We're also putting a lot of effort into improving our new transition skating. Ooh. We have added climbing, flumping.
No!
Allowing players
It's the word.
Allowing players to climb a wall instead of jumping at a ledge. The city has verticality. Exploration of the city extends beyond street level. You may discover an untouched gem of a spot on the top of a building.
That's gonna be so cool.
I'm very excited about the transition skating thing.
Same,
Oh,
same,
dude.
same.
Yeah, that's good.
Hope it's as good as it is in Skate 3, bro. Like the transition skating in Skate 3 is so like just perfect. You know what I mean? It's too good.
If anything, because we all saw the clip, right? Does the kickflip on the transition and then grabs the board and then brings it to the feet. Like that's like how you would actually, skate on transition. It doesn't
Yeah.
magnetize to your feet and then you grabbing the board. Like that adds a lot more style to it. I think that's
Hmm.
a
True,
positive.
true.
Yeah, I think that would be really big to have like really fleshed out transition skating, because that's something that, I mean, I can't really speak too much to Session because I don't really play it much, but Skater XL's transition is awful. Like it's so bad.
Done
So
deal.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I was told. I mean, yeah, Sessions transition is also awful, but that's only because they didn't have an animator. But
Mm.
they
yeah, that's
recently
true.
announced that they got more people on the team and they hired an animator. So transition skating or just skating in general is going to look a lot cleaner in Session in the coming months.
That's
Oh, that's
cool.
good.
If only Session didn't, or not Session. Never mind, never mind. I forgot that Skater XL was the one that like removed the mods. It's not Session.
Yeah.
Mm.
And it says we have now moved into our real game world, the city that will become San Vansterdam. The city isn't done yet, and it is still early, but some of the clips you're seeing in this episode are from this new build, which I thought they said that in the last boardroom, didn't they?
Well, I
I
guess they just wanted to
I don't remember.
confirm.
Yeah, I felt like we saw some locations in the last thing that weren't a part of the other city. I am sad that, or I don't know, obviously, but it'd be neat to have the option to play that other world.
Fun
But
City. It was called Fun
yeah,
City.
I just didn't know if that was
I
public
just
information.
I would like, yeah, I want that to be fully fleshed out and you play it and it's like the skate school of that game, you know what I mean? Because
That
all it is just
honestly,
iconic spots. It's a collection of iconic spots from the
that might
previous
just be
games.
what it is. Honestly, that's not a bad shout. I can't really speak more on it right now, but yeah. Oh man.
I think that would be cool if maybe they'd release a game of San Vansterdam and then one day kind of finished what was it? What was the
Fun
city
City?
called?
Uh,
Yeah.
Fun City, yeah.
Yeah.
Just finished it completely and then gave us that as well. I think that'd be cool.
yeah, or they have like just like multiple fucking different maps that you can pick and skate in.
Yeah.
Imagine Skate 1, 2, and 3 maps remastered. It'd be so
No.
weird to see those worlds with the
Dude.
new physics and mechanics, though.
Yeah, I just wonder. I feel like, well, I guess we already talked about this in the last like podcast we had. Was like the park building. I guess like is this gonna be like a park where you just build like a park, or could you have like your own like mini island? I guess where you can
Your
just
own
fucking
collabo zone.
yeah
Yeah.
I think both would be
Uh,
really cool. I feel like it will most definitely. We're still gonna have like create a park. I feel like that's a must.
yeah
But on
Yeah,
top of
for
that,
sure.
having your like, if you could have like a team collabo zone area, even if it's just like on your screen, I think that'd be amazing. Or like a stadium HQ you load into that is a collabo zone for you and your team, if that's even a thing. I
yeah.
think it'd be amazing.
Yeah, because like someone could like if you can like mess with the terrain and stuff around you, you can like I'm sure a lot of like people who loves like creating and like designing new parks and shit. Someone could like create like Mega Park or like the ditch from Skate 3 and like have it be like a custom map in Skate 4, and then the EA could like use some of these maps and fucking like add them like fully into the game and like add challenges
Like
to them and stuff.
Fortnite. You know how
Yeah,
Fortnite
Like
has
Fortnite,
yeah,
yeah.
they have their own
yeah.
community
Fortnite does
servers and
that.
like these are the popular servers of this month.
Yeah, I think that'd be great. And
I mean,
if there is like a competitive game mode in Skate 4, they could, bring like the spot battle from like Skate 3 and from like, Mega Park or the ditch, and fucking add those for like the comp or like the competitive
Creative
game
spot.
mode.
I'm just thinking
Yeah.
about like Halo, because in Halo you can like build your map. You can build a map with other people. It's not just one person,
Yeah.
right? You invite your
Yeah.
friend to help build you this map. At the same time, I don't know. Maybe we can also have like a game mode setting. You know what I mean? Where like you can I don't know minimize ollie height or something like that, or be like, yeah, we've disabled grab tricks, so you
Oh
know what I
yeah,
mean.
true.
yeah.
And then you make that as a game mode, and then you can also like have that as a game mode to download.
Mm-hmm.
That would be sick.
That would be
I would
pretty
love
sick.
that. Yeah, but also this stuff that they showed in this boardroom, That was the new map. So was the last boardroom also the new map, just a different area?
That's what I'm thinking.
Hard to say, I guess.
I want to say that what they're doing is that they have the structure of San Amsterdam, but they're giving it to us in like parts.
Yeah,
So it's like
that's what I was thinking.
right.
Because we've only seen like a city district for
Yeah.
the most part.
Yeah.
That's true. I'm so excited to see like this game's version of the ditch or their mega park, assuming there's gonna be one. Surely, so excited for the game's release in 2025, baby. Let's go.
2025, we're in for the
That's what
ride.
we're at now.
Wait, so wasn't your like first prediction like
I don't want to talk
mid
about it, bro. I don't
2023
want
or
to talk about
something?
it. No, dude, I'm pretty sure it was like early 2022.
2022. Oh my god.
Yeah, it
Dude, imagine we would have had it for like a year now.
Oh, yeah.
But I do remember when it was kind of first like leaked. We're like, oh yeah, this game should be ready by the end of 2023.
Yeah.
Not
Here we
anymore.
are. Here we
That's
are.
Dude.
realistic. I was like, yeah, that's so long. Come on now. But
Dude, I was definitely saying spring 2023 at some point.
sounded
I
right.
think it's because we were expecting like the 500 person team, but from what I hear, the dev team is like not even like 100 people.
Really.
I wish that's something they would speak on, so it could give us more of an idea
It's
of
a-
like
it's
how
a
many people are working on it.
Small studio.
Yeah,
So if there were more code jockeys or whatever, you know what I mean, the progress maybe would be farther along. But at the same time, I think having a smaller studio, where they have less ideas conflicting with each other to get things done, does make it a little bit better.
And also less people working on it makes it hopefully a more polished product. Since there'll be a lot more synergy between like the coders and animators and everything like that.
yeah. As long as there's no pressure from EA on trying to get it out and there's no crunch.
Yeah, I
That
just,
way.
yeah, I just hope to God EA is not fucking forcing them to be like, hurry it up, or you're like, I don't know,
Yeah.
like they rush it or
TikTok,
anything.
TikTok.
I don't know. But Andrew Wilson said it was releasing soon, like a year ago. So I don't know.
No, you don't
Yeah.
believe executives. Executives have no idea what they're talking about.
Yeah, that's it for the write up though.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I felt like there was more news in the last one. This one was more just deep dive into gameplay.
I feel like
Yeah.
you have to be deeply excited for this game in order to be like, oh man, mocap. You know what I mean? Like I'm so excited. I love it. And seeing like mochas, you know what I mean, at the end of the
Yeah,
boardroom?
dude. Yeah,
Oh.
the Ollie no airs. Oh man.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
I want to
really
see
good.
that. I want to see that in game where it's like some sort of lore, right? Like they introduce you to this spot. It looks hella gnarly. And they talk about a story about this guy who just ate it, right? And you're like, oh yeah, he ran up and did a Ollie no air and just it was tragic.
That'd be neat.
Dude, that would be amazing. Or like a mocap cuz skin that you can get.
Please
Oh yeah, with him actually in the mocap suit.
make it an alternate outfit for Cuz in the game normally.
Right.
Man, that would be amazing. Yeah, I mean, is there anything that you guys wish they touched on in this boardroom?
So
I
just
know
wanting
Luke
to
in
know
my DM
more.
My DMs was saying release date. Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
besides just
true.
knowing more,
Release
I don't
date.
know.
Yeah.
I
Honestly,
just want to know.
I don't
know.
expect a release
Like,
date till like next year.
that's what I
I
said.
have
Like,
no
I
idea
don't
at this
know.
point. I'm lost.
Yeah, I just want to know like a release date or like a fucking like not like a
Release year?
date, but
A
like
roadmap.
a year. Yes, a release year, bro, is what I want. Like early. or, like,
Honestly,
mid. Like,
I wish
fuck.
they would just be like, "Hey, we're aiming for this year, this
Yeah.
like 2025 or 2024, whatever, but we're
Yeah.
not promising anything, but that's what we're
Yeah,
looking
show
at."
us like a general roadmap of what you guys are working on and what point of
Yeah.
the game you're developed at by a certain month.
Yeah, because they have an internal roadmap to launch. They have to. Like, that's how games are, right?
I would assume so.
Yeah, I don't know. This game is being developed differently than most games, though. And
True.
Yeah.
fuck, what I was gonna say. I don't remember now. Never mind.
I mean, I would say it, even though it's a triple A studio, it's being treated more like an indie game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's
True.
what I was gonna say. They're
Mhm.
just I think them taking longer to develop it in the long term gives us a better product, and also like putting
Yeah.
any date on anything insinuates that like they're on a clock at this point. Which right now maybe they're on their own clock or maybe EA's clock, but it doesn't seem like they're in a rush. which does suck for not having Skate 4, but is good for getting a good game. So
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I want them to take as long as they need to.
7 years,
of course.
baby.
Duke
7
Nukem,
years.
Duke Nukem production, 10 years in the oven. Ass.
Right, I just hope to God that they don't release Skate 4 the same year GTA 6 gets released.
Oh shit.
That is like
Wow.
Isn't GTA 6 projected to get next year?
Yeah, it's
2020.
next year,
That was
apparently.
25.
well, it's not
That's-
confirmed, bro. Skate 4 was projected
No.
to come out in fucking 2022 or whatever the fuck. So it's like I don't know, bro.
No, it wasn't.
Well,
That was a community or
Yeah,
rumors.
but I don't think it's confirmed. I could be wrong, but
no, for GTA 6, the guy in Take-Two was talking to investors and was like, "We're gonna have our biggest quarter next year or something like that," and like the biggest quarter he was talking about or whatever is like next year, is like that's when they're gonna have their most profit, and it's like what's gonna get their most profit is gonna be GTA 6, so that's what
GTA
everyone's
5 car
assuming.
pack. I'm telling you, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, we
So
tricked
much
you.
money.
We said the last one was the last update. Now this one is.
You wait on it, dude. You wait.
Or maybe it'll be the Red Dead Redemption PS4 port.
Are they making
Maybe
a
that'll
Red
get
Dead
them a lot of money.
Redemption 2 zombie thing? What was that called? I don't remember right now.
I don't know.
wish.
I heard a long time ago that there was gonna be like a big DLC update for Red Dead 2 for like the story. It could be a zombies game mode. I don't know, but that was like fucking like 3 years ago or something, and I
Nah,
haven't
yeah.
heard anything from it since. So
Sounds scrapped.
I think
An old IP.
the
at this
player
point.
base fell off so hard. I think they gave up on post-launch content for that.
yeah, the
what's
story
gonna-
was god tier, bro. But that's about it.
Yeah.
What's gonna
incredible.
happen is that it's close to GTA 6 launch, and then you get an update on Red Dead, and it's just a teaser.
I mean, you guys think GTA 6? Well, I guess GTA 6 will be like the biggest game ever. So I guess it would kind of mess with Skate.
Yeah, I think
yeah,
it'd fuck it up
because-
big time, in my opinion. If
Yeah.
it came out the same year, bro, I think it'd fuck it up like bad. Because like Skate would be like really big when it first comes out, and then if GTA 6 comes out like a couple months later, Skate is just gonna be like under the radar, like how Skate 3
Yeah.
was back in the day. Because like COD and like everyone was playing Call of Duty and stuff back in like 2010. COD was like, the top game, you know what I mean? No one was playing we were all playing Skate, but Skate kind of like fell under the radar, you know what I mean? Didn't really get more
Yeah.
popular until like 2015 or some shit.
See, how I see it is that the perfect world is that it's kind of like Trackmania, right? Trackmania is really huge, especially like in European countries. Very big, a lot of viewers, right? It's just that even though there's like a next big game comes out, the community still thrives because there's still that big core people who just play that new game that came out for like a week or so and they immediately hop back, right? Like we just need to keep that core gameplay. I'm not expecting Skate to be the big premiere game like Call of Duty or GTA, but we just need like I don't know 100,000 concurrent players. Like that's a pretty great game.
True.
Yeah.
It also
Makes-
seems like this game's going to be so much more community driven. Like, imagine the activities you're going to have to do compared to what we had to do on this game. Like, DLCs came out, team lobbies, boom, Skate 3 Online.
Yeah, but I just hope, like team lobbies, I just hope they got like a rank system some way, somehow. Reason being is because I'm sure most of us, like all of us in this call, is going to complete like basically everything you can probably do in it,
Yeah,
the first
100%.
like week or to get that
Yeah.
shit done. I just hope we don't get to a point to where there's just like not really much left to do, because that's the thing I love about comp is like you can just keep on playing competitive, like not comp but like Skate 3 comp, but just like a competitive ranked game mode, so you can just keep on playing, trying to move up in the ranks, and get better. You know what I mean? It'll make people want to get better at the game, and like, you know what I mean? And
You also
grind,
divide
like your
the
team lobbies go up higher on the leaderboards, like,
you divide the player base so you don't have the people kicking you for hitting 70K
exactly.
at Mega Park, and you're like, bro, I still had 10 seconds to my run.
Mega, like your run starts at Mega Park, you turn around, go in the parking lot, instant kick.
Insta kick, bro.
Don't even have to do a trick. One dart catch, you're done.
Nah, bro. I swear to God, I was kicked out because a good sign of a good player is emo hair. If you saw the emo hair, you're like, oh, it's done, bro.
Emo hair, if he's on straight. Oh, back in the day, straight didn't really matter. But yeah, emo hair, yeah. Fucking every comp player rocked the emo hair. At least
I
at
do-
one point.
Right.
I do think they're gonna incentivize the end game in some way because we do have like confirmed loot boxes, but not paid. So you're gonna have to
Yeah.
have some type of end game currency. I'm assuming something like a board sales, and then like there's gonna be a lot of sick stuff in there, like the golden skull helmet and stuff like that. So if I had to guess, that'll be a majority of what the end game is. But I 1 billion% agree. I don't know how they could do it without just making Skate 3 comp, but just spot battle competitive or even like the ranked mode how we had in Skate 3 would be neat to even compete for those in-game currencies. Just
It's for like
something to
any
grind
game mode
for.
too, like Skate, Hall of Meat, Death Race.
Yeah. Flumping.
Flumping, yeah.
Ah man, that'll be the day, bro. I hop on Skate and see game mode flumping. Oh,
You guys hopping on the flump?
Flump off.
uh,
I'm assuming there's also going to be like daily and weekly challenges and stuff
Oh,
to
yeah.
keep you busy.
I'm
the
so
thing
excited
about
for that.
those
I don't
though,
know how hard
it's-
they'll be, but
I mean, they sound great, but it's like these games they have it right, like, oh, these are your weekly challenges, but they always get like cycled like every month.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That is annoying.
I mean, unless you have
And they're-
well, because they do say they're trying to do an ever-changing map, so it's all like maybe they do challenges that are geared towards the new things in this map, right? So it's like, hey, I want you to grind this container that wasn't here last season. You know what I mean?
yeah. Well, isn't that kind of like what Fortnite also
Yeah,
does?
yeah.
right?
So
Like,
because Fortnite does make challenges based off the new map. So I hope they would go that direction and not just be like, do 10 kickflips and there's your
Yeah.
XP.
That's what I was about to say.
Literally-
Skate 1, they had the film challenges that were just like a checklist, like grind 30 feet, do a kickflip, and get
Yeah.
1,000 points. I really, really hope in that aspect that the challenges are, I don't know, they need to be easy enough for everyone to do it, but I really would, like, I don't want to do a 50-50 for my reward. You know what I mean?
Right.
I
Well,
mean,
at least if you
it-
do have to do a 50-50, it has to be a specific spot.
Yeah, but even then, it's just like, I don't know.
I think it would be cool to have like different pools of challenges. So like beginner challenges, advanced challenges, like
Yeah, and
expert
more-
challenges,
Oh yeah.
stuff like that. I think that'd be cool.
That would be neat. I'd really enjoy that, actually. I just don't know if it's something easily they can implement. Plus, something like I like to think I'm pretty good at skate, but then like people like Luke and SYPHRUS are miles past what I am at this point. So it's really, and I mean that. So it's really.
I just have map awareness, I
You
think.
don't have
Dude.
skate awareness. You know everything about that video game. I'm convinced. Oh man.
Dude,
I
can't
get
even-
informed,
even
okay? I
execute a
just get
speed glitch.
informed. I got guys, you know what I mean? I got the insider. All right, I
But-
don't find it. People find it for me.
I think that's the
7
thing. I think that's the thing that's like gonna be kind of cool or like funny about Skate 4 is like if there's anything like new technique for like comp or anything, I'm sure a lot of people will like come and like let me know about it. Or like use ciphers and like new cool glitches, they'd like let you know as well.
Yeah,
so it's
they-
like we don't even do the finding. Like people like bring it to us, and then we like learn it from them,
And then I try replicating it on stream. Then I got a couple
Yeah.
people watching me on stream be like, "Oh, cool, that's how that works." So I'm gonna go try it
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
They come to us for like the new stuff, right? Like we
Yeah.
we filter all the bad stuff. Like yeah, that's not cool, but that's pretty cool. And then we mess around with it, and then we bring it to the viewers, and the viewers are like, I'll do that too.
The skate cycle.
Yeah. That's pretty sure that's how like GTA works, right? Every update, there's like, what's the new thing that we can break?
Yeah, do you guys have any other thoughts on this boardroom?
We can predict the next boardroom. What would that be about?
predict
Oh.
it. Oh fuck!
Maybe
Yeah,
around
what do you think?
Christmas.
What do you think they would talk about next time?
Man, that's a good question.
Really, maybe
For Christmas, this is gonna be around Christmas. They're gonna give us a Christmas surprise, and like
Yeah,
a
and then
present.
Cuz jumps out with wearing a Christmas tree outfit. Yeah.
and he's gonna give us a release date or when. Yeah,
No, the next boardroom is gonna be on Christmas Day, and they're gonna shadow drop it.
Shadow drop.
Christmas.
Oh.
we're getting
Be like games out now.
Bro, that's the
getting
thing I do
spring
not,
Santa.
bro. That is the one thing I do not want them to do. They did that with Apex, you know, just like randomly came out of nowhere and it was like,
Yeah.
you know, it's available now, play now. They better not do that shit for Skate. They better not just be like having the next boardroom. They're like, surprise, it's playable now. Download and play. Like I do not want them to do that.
No,
That would be
because I have to
bad.
take off work.
Exactly,
If they
bro.
do that,
I
I'll
do
be at work. I'll be like, dude, what?
Yeah, exactly. Like, like, come on.
Worst release date of any game.
Exactly.
That'd be insane.
I don't know. Hopefully, it's about maybe park customization
That's what
and
I was
stuff like that.
thinking. Or like some type of other, maybe touch on. Did they touch more on collabo zones, or they're just kind of like, hey, we have these, by the way.
I think they just said,
haven't
yeah,
really-
they're just here, but they haven't gone in
Yeah.
depth about it. So they could be about like building the world together.
That'd be really neat.
I think that would be cool.
Yeah,
That'd be cool for next boardroom.
hmm
Christmas Day.
What
Mark your calendars.
what day would it be on?
Well, they seem to have like a 4-month track record, so it would be like December.
Near Christmas ish, maybe a little earlier because of the holiday season.
Before, yeah.
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 Maybe after as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, because I don't
December
know.
16th.
Yeah, I don't know.
January 5th, we get the release date. New year, 2024. Skate's coming out in 2024. You heard it here first. Leave a like and subscribe.
Ooh. Oh my God, it's horrible with the leak.
Oh, my god. You know what?
Dude,
you
you
have
just
you've
broke
now
NDA.
been revoked. You can no longer do playtests.
I got
Dude.
kicked out of the non-council council.
Yeah.
No.
You put our line of work in jeopardy.
We take this job
Just
seriously.
cut it out. Just cut it out. Don't leave it in.
All right. Well, I guess that's it.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining the second edition of the non-council council meeting.
Hell yeah! Thanks for having us. Thanks for having me. Thanks for having Sai. Well, you know, you can see everything SYPHRUS and SORABLE.
I'm
No,
glad
you said it
I'm
for
glad
me.
you're
It's
speaking
fine.
for them. Yeah, I guess I'll talk to you guys in December.
All right, I'll see you in like fucking what is it, like 4 months from now?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll see it
4
when
months.
it's snowing and then it's scorching hot in Australia.
Nice. True. All right. Later.
Later.
Bye.
Okay.